Probably. Pastor David, we are on. Y'all pray for my cousin. Keep her in prayer. Because we're trying to see. We're trying to see. How she responds to being so popular these days. She popular now. What you got to say for yourself, Anne Mary? How did you get so popular? How come so many people know you now? You came here, nobody knew who you were. Very few people. How come everybody know who you are now, Anne Mary?
It's been on life changes.
Life changes. You hanging out with the terrible too, huh?
Yeah, the two.
Okay. All right. The terrible two and the crazy one. I see. The Armenians. Judith gave my blue sweater away to that sweet talking sugar coating man. She on him. Tomper with that gigantic toe is on here. All right. We thank God. The Frenchman is on here. You, we. Bobby Knots. Low key. Sarah with the big A. Koski on here. And guess what? There's Bobby Knots, and guess who followed him? Juju Knots. Go on, Juju Knots. No, not that anointed Nottingham family. Boy, they anointed. That family is anointed. They are anointed with the ointment of God. So you know they always coming on right, one right behind the other right behind the other. So they must be somewhere coordinating this. You go first, baby. No, you go first, baby. But I'll go first tonight, so they don't think nothing. You go first tomorrow. Okay, baby, I'll be right back. I let you. I got your back. I'm coming on right after you, baby. I was like, ooh. There's Sleepy Pat Ray, Mustard. Steaming, Swinger, Monica, Raymond. And who? Okay. All right. I'm going to talk about the 10th chapter of John tonight. And I'm not going to be on very long, hopefully. I say hopefully if God takes over, then that's one thing. How you doing, Leah? Russell's dance partner. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She can get that move. She'll put it out and let you know. Hey, don't get it twisted now. I got some moves. Mm-hmm. And she did that shoulder move too. I said, go on, Leah. All right now. She said, I ain't in no hurry. I ain't gonna rush. I'm gonna take my time and just throw that shoulder out there. Hey. Yeah, I should see that. Uh-huh. I said, I see you, Leah. Don't hurt nobody. She said, I won't. Long as the amateurs stay in their lane, they won't get hurt. And look who else on here. Baby Face. Hey, Baby Face. She come to church now and don't even speak to her past. Ain't that so? She walk right by me like she she don't even like I owe her money. Like she owe me money or something. Hey, here you go. He gonna be asking for some money now. I said, no, I don't owe you no money. Mm-mm. And you don't owe me no money. Like you see people you avoid that you owe them money. Oh, there you go. No, you don't owe me no money. I just say hi, Baby Face. She be like, I saw all I get is a now. Ooh. Don't make me shut your shot up. Now, I see I want you to play this video for your brother's girlfriend that came to the church the other night service. I didn't get to tell her what God wanted me to finish telling her because I wasn't in charge of at that point of the service. So play this for her and convey the message to her from me. And the Lord was talking to me. And see, tell her she does not have to argue and fuss and fight. It's time for her to start having peace of mind. I've never seen so many young women who don't even have peace of mind. Young. She ain't that old. But I saw inside her the Holy Spirit trying to deal with her to try to break her free from all them thoughts, all that stuff that was on her head. I mean, man. Be tripping. Them thoughts be tripping. Have her tripping sometimes in her mind like that. But I would love to have her come back one day when I'm in charge of a service so I can really tell her what all that God was saying. But it's not her job to be private eye detective, wondering where Louis going, where your brother going, where he going, who he bound. I'm trying to talk to him, but he don't hear me. But God said, it's time to rest. Trust God. And because God's trying to give her a peace of mind now. I want her to start. Time to come back to church. Time to get into church now. Time to get under some covering now. Let God begin to, become important, especially with kids. You want your kid, the Bible said, train up a child in the way he should go.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get old, they will not depart from it. And if you just come on back, just come to church, just come, just come into the house and start learning about not religion, not denomination, but who God is and how much he loves you. Your whole life is about to turn around it's about to have a 180-degree turn for the better. So God was ready to prove himself to her and to you. So be encouraged. I want to see you. We want to see you there. Because believe it or not, if you come, we can get Lewis to come back. Amen. And we thank God for that. Mm-hmm. All right. And Babyface, I don't owe you no money. Come to church and don't even speak to her about, and you didn't tell some. I mean, and don't even speak. I said, why won't you speak to your pastor, Babyface? I was like, okay, that's all right. I remember that. I know you all popular now. Everybody know you by, what's that name? Nene. Nene and Babyface. Oh, really? But you never get too big for your pastor. You never get too big for your people. Big time. So I was like, well, Lord. Cause don't turn into Cynthia Condon. Oh, Miss Love a little man long time herself. Don't, everybody know her. Everybody know about her and her little love life. Her, yeah. Everybody know her and her little love life. Mm-mm.
She was trying to say hi at the round table, but she was talking.
It's called Hi, Pastor. That's all it takes. How do I try to talk? Hi or not to hide? That's the question. Either I hide or which one was trying to talk? Hi, Pastor, or just like it. Come on. I tried to talk. Whatever. My tongue didn't move. Anyway, oh Lord. Oh. There she go. And guess speaking of, LLL. And she just got on. Oh, Lord, love her. She heard her name, and the spirit must be. Hey. They must be on Life Changers talking about me and the love of my life, the little love of my life. Hey, let me get on here. Mm-hmm. Shame. Well, anyway, let's get into this. John 10. And Jesus was talking, and he's talking to people in the discord, and this is like a parable that he was using. He called himself, write this down, a door, which is the entrance point. An entrance point in which a person go in or a person goes out. Is that correct?
Yes.
The door in which someone go in or someone comes out. All right. This is so profound Man. Read. Jesus said, well,
I assure you,
I assure you
most solemnly, I tell you,
that
he who does not enter by the door,
anyone who don't enter in by the door is a thief and a robber. Is that right?
yes,
But come up some other way is a thief or a robber, right?
right.
Hmm. Where are they trying to come up to? Call themselves trying to reach God around Jesus. Can't happen. Hello. But there's a second meaning also. To reach God is a thief and a robber. But then now, here is the other one. That some of you better take an alarm and an alert and a warning and the beginning of it saying, well, what does he mean? He also talking about the way into the sheep. Enter to the place where the sheep hang out at. What you say, Pastor? If then here God is telling you the only way to guarantee you're gonna be all right is this verse right there. That's what you mean, Pastor. I'm gonna get a heart one of these days. Watch. Ready?
Mhm.
You sure?
Yes,
Look what he said. Ready?
yes.
Anyone climbs up any other way is a thief and a robber. Is that right?
That's what it says.
A thief comes to what?
Still.
Steal. Okay? A thief steals, but see, you know the different types. A thief steals something without you knowing it.
That's right.
But a robber take it by force. A robber takes it and you know they're taking it. They make you stick your hands up and they're taking it by force. A thief, when you don't know, and a robber when you do know. Hello. 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 Can I talk to all the people that's been stolen from and robbed? But I'm going to talk about the last one called the robber. We've been robbed. God gave us promises. God give us, I promise you this. You got a word from God. You got excited about it. And you start having, okay, this is going to work out. And then you allow what to happen to you that robbed you of everything God just gave you. Now I went from joyful, happy that God gave me a word to now I'm confused. Now I'm sad. Now I'm angry. Now I'm frustrated. Now I'm cussing. Now I'm, come on. Now I'm crying. Now I'm distraught. Now I'm in a fit of rage. And now I'm pulling within myself and I'm trying to withdraw from people. Hello. After I done just got a word of deliverance, word of change, word of help, a word of an answer that I've been needing all. I've been robbed. I've been robbed. That's a more aggressive and blatant way of being stolen from. All right. I think I found.
That's good.
Mhm. That's what he said, a thief and a robber. Y'all missed that. I told you y'all missed it.
I did.
But wait a minute. If they climb up any other kind of way except Jesus, they are not in your life. Write that down. If they enter my life without they didn't come through Jesus. If Jesus did not send them into my life, they are not in my life for my good. What are they costing me? Hello. stealing from me, robbing me from. Watch this. Go ahead.
But he who enters
In by the door
by the door
is the good shepherd.
is the shepherd of the sheep.
Is the shepherd of the sheep. El Shasha. All right, go ahead.
The watchman,
The who?
the watchman.
You missed it. Can I show you what you missed?
Yes.
I thought y'all caught that. Remember, you got all of these different denominations having people pay $500 and getting a title as a prophet, a pastor, or a bishop, or an apostle, because they get those credentials. Hello. And guess what? Because they paid the money from the organization. And guess what? You didn't get it. But God never sent them. And now, hello. And those who did not enter by the door wasn't come from the calling of God. Those are thieves and robbers also. And but he said, but the one who God called and chose, that's the shepherd over the sheep. Hello.
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 No. So that means I'm not going to church, a place where the title is. I'm going where the presence is.
All right. All right.
I guess I got to talk to myself again.
Mhm.
Nobody like talking to me.
That's the word of God.
My cousin will help me. How you doing, cuz?
I'll talk to you.
You all right, cuz?
Yes.
They treating you all right?
Mhm.
Even though you got that man fired, he's all right. We forgive you. You my cuz. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Next verse. Go ahead.
But he who enters, okay, the watchman opens the door for this man,
Mm-hmm.
and the sheep listens to his voice and heeds it.
Yeah, amen.
Mhm.
This is the verse that really helped me in my walk with God. What it said, the sheep was going to hear the voice of God. Him.
Mhm.
And the sheep hears the voice
Mhm.
and heeds it.
Mhm.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
The sheep does what?
He
Hears the
Sheep
voice.
hears the
listens.
It listens to that voice, right?
Yes.
And then what?
And heeds it.
But that, that is not, that's a two-part.
Mhm.
That's two parts. I heard God. He said, okay. I know I belong to God. He said, okay. Hear God saying, if you're my sheep, yeah, you hear my voice, right? But you obey it.
Mhm.
If you're hearing my voice, and not obeying it, you're not my sheep. Wow. That's a word right there. They heed his voice and
Okay.
they hear, listen to his voice and heed it, right?
And heed it.
Okay, which means obey it.
And he calls his own sheep
By their name, right?
by name.
Write that down, please, 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 please. Here it is. Let you know the difference between the church and the world. The difference between God and Satan. We must know this right here. God doesn't call you by your title. He'll never call you by your title. And that's why you got certain people want to get, full of their titles. They want people, they'll get mad that somebody don't call them by their title. God said, wait a minute. I call you by your name. But here's the blessing. Here I go. Ready? And if he said he call you by your name, right?
Right.
That means he know you.
Yes.
But what would the devil do? The devil calls you, write this down. God calls us by our name. The devil calls us by our sin. Liar, thief, luster, drughead, manipulator, fighter, swindler, slanderer. You notice all the things in the Bible listed, sin called you by, he called you by your sins. That hadn't, see, that's not calling you, but it's making you answer and not seeing yourself as the individual. You're seeing yourself by a work of sin. But God said, no, I call you by your name. I call you as a person. I call you not by what you did or what you do. I call you for who you are. Please grab that. God calls us by who we are. There's a word right there. Hello? There's a word right there. Are you listening to it?
Yes.
And I called them all by their what?
By name.
So that guess what? God has to know your name. Wait a minute. Are you sure? Let me show you something. Everybody, God knows their name. And that's something you better begin to understand. Your parents didn't name you. God did. He knew your What you talking about, Pastor? I don't believe that. Okay. Go to Revelation 13. Revelation 13:8. Okay, let's see something.
And all the inhabitants of the earth will fall down in adoration and pay him homage.
The Antichrist.
Everyone whose name.
Who?
Whose name.
Who what?
Whose name.
Who sin?
Whose name.
What?
Whose name.
See, in the book of life, he doesn't put sins. He only has names. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Oh, God. Come on. Who's what?
Whose name.
What?
Has not been recorded.
When?
In the book of life.
When was it recorded there? Read.
The lamb that was slain in sacrifice from the foundation of the world.
Oh! Did he not know my name? Y'all better grab this. This is what Jesus said. My people, remember, you got to wait a minute. Jesus only could go to who the Father gave him. And the Father gave him whose names was already in the block. How could he walk past 100 people and walk and find one person and say, follow me? Then walk by 1,000 people and find somebody else and say, follow me. Hello. No.
Mhm.
You better read. No, look at Revelations 20:15.
And if anyone's name
What?
was not found
Where?
recorded
Where?
in the book of life,
What happened to them?
he was hurled
Thrown.
into the lake of fire.
Hello. So you tell me if God don't know your name, you in trouble. You notice in the Lamb's book, there is no sins recorded. Your sins were not recorded. What you did, good or bad, are recorded in the other books. But this is the book that matters. Whoever name was not found in that book. Why is that important? Did you know you can have your name taken out of the book? Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Let me show you. I'm going to show a couple verses. Even from the old covenant, even Moses asked God to blot me out of your book. If you can spare these people, God, if you're not going to save and spare your people, blot my name out your book. Write that down. Okay, blot my name out your book. With Google that. And listen what God answered him and said.
Exodus 32.
Exodus 32.
32.
32. Right. Okay, go ahead.
Yet now, if you will forgive their sins, and if not, blot me, I pray you, out of your book, which you have written.
Hello. There it was way back then. They knew God had a book. Blot my name out.
That's what it said.
Moses lost his rapid mind, didn't he?
He sure did.
I ain't going to hell for nobody. I don't care what you say. These hard-headed people, they want, but Lord, that's your business, Lord. But I ain't going to hell for nobody. Y'all don't want to go, Lord, keep my name in, God. Blot that. But listen to what God's answer was. Listen to what God said.
But the Lord
Look
said
what God
to
said.
Moses,
To Moses, what?
whoever has sinned against me,
Who sins against me,
I will blot
what?
him, not you, out of my book.
There you go.
God said no. Jesus.
See, your name can be blotted out that book. Hello?
It's right there.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Well, see, that's something you better ask yourself. Is that sin worth your spot? Is that sin worth losing your name in the book of life? Hello? See, this is the teaching that has to be taught in this last day time, because it's the critical thing. These are the messages the devil don't want to know. Did you know Jesus put one of those messages saying this in this one of the messages to the 7 churches in Revelation? well, that's he said it to one of the churches. Huh? What?
Revelation 3:5.
That's what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to go there. Revelation 3 and 5. He's spoken to the 7 churches, and it's one of the same message because he was the Lord that spoke it to Moses. So here he is again speaking it to the church. Read Revelation 3:5. Make sure you get that down. Wait a minute. Who on that? Let me see who on that. Sarah with the big A. Row, do the row, do the row, in the row your boat. And who else on here? Low key. There's love a little man, long time. Love that little man a long time. There too. No. Sleepy Pat and the Armenian. Sarah with that big A. There's the baby face that's gonna speak to her pastor at church. I know. She don't even speak to her pastor. Anyway. And yeah, swinging. What swinging say? Revelation 3:5. That's right, you swinging. Swinging. You tell me swinging. And if y'all don't want to hear it, she'll swing on y'all. She'll pretend you a preacher. She'll. Mm-hmm. I will endorse anybody to buy Monica Beeman's sister's banana pudding. That was fire. I mean, that woman, she put like she clipped her toenails off in it. She didn't put her foot in it. She clipped her toenails, her unpainted toenails in it. Like, my God. And it's like she scraped that corn. She got that one toe that had a corn on it. Like she scraped it off in that banana. I said, Lord Jesus. You had toenails and corns all in that. I said, Lord, give me strength. I let Tupac have some. Yeah, Tupac, my dog, right? So Tupac tried that. She said, oh, that's wonderful. Tupac, oh, that's wonderful. In case it was poison, they were going to get her first. No, I'm joking. No, it was God. All right, we're back from intermission. All right. So y'all make sure y'all talk to her sister about cooking y'all some of that banana pudding. Fire. Mm-hmm. That's good. All right. Now look. Revelation 3:5.
Thus shall he who conquers.
He who conquers or overcomes,
is victorious.
And victorious,
be clad in white garments. And I will not erase.
I will not
erase.
I will not
erase.
I will not
erase.
What?
Or blot out.
Or blot out what?
His name.
His name out of that book. Hello. There it is.
That's what it says.
Hello. So what happened to that once saved, always saved mess? If I was once saved, always saved, then he could never blot my name. You better knock it off. If you were saved, then you go back on God. There is an eraser where your name used to be. Hello. And that's the risk you take. I'm out and I'm in. I'm out and I'm in. Don't get caught with your name out. Hello. Is anybody listening to me? See, this is the last day teaching that has to keep the church aware, alert, not falling asleep. That it's okay to stay in sin. That it's okay. My habit is bad. Oh, well, it is what it is. No, it ain't it what it is. You don't give up and just give yourself over to a habit and say you'll never get free from it and never can get free from the devil. You keep fighting. You keep walking. You keep talking to God about it. Because why? It's not worth your eternal soul. Jesus said, my sheep shall hear my voice and obey it. But if you do not obey that voice, then guess what? Let's go back to John 10. That was 10:3, right? Or 2. Now we finished 3.
We finished 3.
Now let's go to 10:4. Watch this.
When he has brought out his own sheep outside.
See, when God brings you out, what does he do after he brings you out?
He walks on before
He
them.
gets ahead of you. Wait a minute. That's what you guys get. God brought you out and you want to be pals and that you can walk side by side with God. God said, I'm sorry. That's how you got in trouble. You thought you was on my level. You thought you knew just as much as I did. My job is to lead and your job is to follow. So stop, because when you stand next to me, the devil can still see you. And guess what? And he can pick you off. But when you stand behind me, he has to go through me to get to you. Hello. Which one do you want to do? Trying to walk like me side by side with the Lord? No. He said that's why they called you a disciple. A disciple is a follower. Hello. That's your possession. What do you say? Romans 8:14. Write it down. He said, everyone who is led by the Spirit of God are sons of God. Hello. He leads, you follow. So what is it you got going on? Is anybody listening to what I'm saying? I think that's something to look at, please. Listen to what God's word says. Are y'all still here? I don't know if they still here. They might be. Because your eternal soul is dependent on what I'm showing you right now. That's what we got. You had to hear this. Your eternal soul is dependent on the information, whether or not you retain this information or not. And God, here's Jesus about to pull the wig off of the devil. He gonna show you the bald head devil. You hear me? That's what here. What you say, Pastor? He gonna show you the bald head devil. Because Jesus about to pull his wig off. And got Al Stitcher hair. You watch. I watch. You ready?
Yes.
Read.
And the sheep follow him.
See, he leads and the sheep does what?
Follow him.
No, walk next to him.
Follow him.
He goes ahead of them and the what?
Because
the sheep what?
The sheep follow him.
So that means what? Excuse me. That's twofold. So that means if he going ahead of you, he making sure the path is safe. He's making sure the path is clear. And all I got to do is just follow God. And I don't have nothing to worry about because what? He knows where we going. I don't know where we're going, but he knows. So your job is to just follow it. Now watch this word right here. Read.
They will never.
They will what?
They will never.
They will what?
Never.
On any account?
On any account.
They said they will sometimes?
Never.
Every now and then?
Never.
They will what?
Never.
on any account,
on any
account.
account,
do what?
follow a stranger.
Follow a stranger. Y'all got wait, man. Something wrong. Hey, stop. Never on any account follow a stranger.
Mhm.
And what is the definition of a stranger? Somebody that I do not know. And I'm sitting there saying, Pastor, see, y'all missed it again. So I'm about to cave in the frontal lobe of your head on this one because you missed it again. So here we go again to start empowering you with something that you did not know. He said, under no occasion will they follow what?
A stranger.
They won't follow a stranger. And I said, well, who is the stranger? He said, Satan. I said, but I know the devil. He said, you don't know the devil. You just know the devil's stuff. Oh, wow. Ooh, you knew the devil's habit. You knew the devil's sin, but you don't know the devil. But the scripture does not say we're not ignorant of the devil. He says you are not ignorant of the Satan's schemes and his devices. Ooh. I told you, you weren't ready. You don't know the devil. And here you are trusting him, following him, listening to him, arguing with him, letting him ask questions. Remember, in a conversation, whoever asks the questions control the conversation. No, don't you allow people to make you answer personal questions you don't need to be answering about yourself. How old am I? I'm older than I was last year. Yeah. How old? I'm over 21. I'm legally old. Okay. I'm old enough to work this job. Hello. I'm old enough to be. Well, why can't you tell you my age? I told you my age. The part of my age that matters. I'm old enough. What do you do for fun? Church? If you waiting for me to ask you what you gonna do for fun, and that question ain't coming. I don't care what you do for fun. I don't answer personal questions about myself, especially the people I do not know. Well, you getting that's how you gonna get to know me. Excuse me. I want you to understand right now. See, no vacancies. I have no vacancy for friends right now. All my friend slots are full, and I'm very content with that right now. So I don't mean it in a mean way, but I don't open myself up to everybody. And that's just how it is. Next. Hello?
Hello. I like that.
No vacancies.
No vacancies.
I'm just trying to be his. If people supposed to help you, let them help you. You hear me?
Yes.
But if they helping you with a contingency to get to know you personally, that's not helping you. That's manipulating you. Hello?
That's right.
Because help comes, write this down. This is so powerful. Yes, Lord, I'm telling you. He said, true help comes without a cost or any strings attached.
That's it.
Hello?
Hello.
See, Tupac, my friend, she can get my last, and it wouldn't be no problem. I would not, no problem. Why? Because you my friend. I got it, you got it. And it's just like no strings attached. Now, if you're not my friend, like Love a Little Man Long Time is, then you got to go to Taco Tuesday with Africa first then you can get, let me stop. With the green ketchup, I said, oh God. Is anybody listening to me? All right, go ahead.
They will never, on any account, follow a stranger, but will run away.
Did you hear that? Why haven't you run away from the devil? Because you're too nosy. I just want to hear what they got to say. That's how you got you stuck. That's what got you in trouble. If you did not listen to that conversation, you could have got away free. But because you nosy, you and your nosy self just had to hear what they had to say. You wouldn't see. Listen, you are no match with the devil in conversation. If the devil talked a perfect being Eve into sinning, how you think you can resist him with your flawed self? Eve didn't even know what sin was. And she sinned talking to the devil. Well, Lord. Now let's move to this. Go ahead. Have you run from the devil? Run. Get away from him. But he's so cute. You better take your desperate self and your thirsty self somewhere and sat it down. Go ahead.
But will run away from him.
Why?
Because they do not know the voice of strangers or recognize their call.
See? Hey. Wait a minute. And here you are wanting what? First thing you want to look and see, who whistling at me? Hey. You know that's called a wolf whistle. And that's a whistle that a wolf would call when he's trying and he's trying to see something he like. Hey. Hey. And your flesh talking about, hey, I've been chose. So wait a minute now. And then all of a sudden, you know you ain't got no butt, but you're going to start sticking your back all out and everything. And you're going to try to walk that way now. And you push your little girls up and you get your little push-up bra and say, hey, somebody, what? Now you want to perform because now you've all eyes on me, you and Tupac. Tupac talking about, oh, he go to all eyes on me. And here you are, you and hey, all eyes on you. Now you want to give them a performance. The devil is a lie. Your name ain't, and your name ain't. They didn't even use words and they caught you. They didn't even use a word, name. But your desperate self for attention just wanted to, ooh, hey, who? And you don't even know who it is. It could be a man with 2 teeth in his mouth, 1 tooth in the front, and one way in the back, and the one in the front is loose. And if you sit there, but because you heard what you looked, but you didn't run when you should have. That ain't who I recognize his voice. But look what God said. Read. But they don't recognize his call.
They do not know the voice of strangers or recognize their call.
Continue.
Jesus used this parable illustration with them.
But they didn't understand it.
But they did not understand what he was talking about.
Next.
So Jesus said again,
here it comes.
I assure you.
I am.
Most solemnly, I tell you.
I'm the door.
That I myself am the door.
See, he is the door. Hello, people. The door goes in or go out. You get out of the will of God when you stepped out of Christ. When you get into Christ, you jumped in the will of God.
Mm.
Hello. But here comes this other part of this. Read.
All others who came,
Before me were thieves and robbers, right?
yes,
See, everybody else kind of talk before me was a thief and a robber. They could never lead to the God, the Father.
yeah.
Read.
But the true sheep did not listen to and obey them.
See, my true sheep. Did you see the word true sheep?
That's what
Yes.
they
So
were
if there's
saying.
true sheep, then there's false sheep.
That's right.
I said, Lord, what is a false sheep? He said, a wolf in lamb's sheep clothing. Wow. The wolf dressed up like a sheep. The people who come in where the people of God are to cause mess, to cause damage, come in there trying to pick people off, come in there to trying to date somebody, come in there to try, come on.
Mhm.
And the Lord spoke a word to me that I thought it was so harsh. Hello?
Yes.
He said, I want you to call out every wolf that's watching you right now. He said, every person that's right now with eyes there was a wolf before. I said, what? Everybody, not my cousin Anna Mae, not with the white Pierce stockings, Jesus, and Beppo. He said, well, everybody believe Beppo. Now, but listen. And the Lord said, he said, I want the people of God. Lord, can I tell these people this? He said, you better tell them.
Mhm.
Here it comes. Yeah. Oh, well. He said, I want them to stop coming to church as the wolf looking for a husband or looking for a wife. That's a wolf mentality. I come to church to find my mate, my husband. You should have been coming to church for Jesus, and I'm supposed to show you who he is. But you coming there looking for them, and that's how the devil can send the wrong person who front and fake and act like they say in the church, and they pick you off and pull you out.
Teaching.
But if you come to the church, if you come for Jesus, and I'll lead you out, and guess what? And I will not lead you to a wolf or a wolfette. Woo, I told you y'all wasn't ready. Y'all wasn't ready. I'm going to church to find my husband. He said, okay. Ow. Ow. I said, what? Anytime you come into the house of God other than Jesus, ow, you coming looking for someone to hook up with. Ow. Well, I want to be married to them. I know. I know a woman said that. I want to be married. I was teaching her that when her daughter was getting married, she said, I want to be married. I said, we didn't address that. We were talking about your daughter getting married. She said, but I want to be married. I said, okay. I guess we're not going to address your daughter getting married. Y'all making my pressure go up. I was like, oh, Lord. Lord, no, I ain't sitting here lying. But I'll leave that alone. But hey, I told y'all wasn't ready. I come to church to get my husband. Wait a minute. Shouldn't I be coming to go fellowship with God to get my life in order? And now that I fellowship with God, my hello. And now when I got, see, that's why you can't get ready. That's how you can't let God make you, because you're not seeking God. Only God can fix you. Only God can make you better. And so when I reject the time that I need to work on me, the time that I need to be delivered, the time that I need God to get all that old mess out of me and start preparing me for what's ahead, Because remember, God said the man that finds. He didn't say the woman that come looking for. Ooh, wait.
That's good.
Ooh, wait. Oh.
You
Y'all,
said it. Right.
y'all mad at me. I see. If they could, they'd take back some of them hearts now. Oh, Trump, he ain't who he think he. I just telling you what God's spirit. I just what the Spirit of God said, Wolfie.
Mhm.
Hey, Wolfie, don't get mad at me, Wolfie.
Mhm.
God said, hey, if you came there for me, then I can what? I'll prepare you. Just like I did with Eve. I made her first with him in mind. And then I presented her to him. I brought her to him, say, this is your wife right here.
Mhm.
But what did you do? Nobody can't tell you nothing. You got too bad of an attitude. You know everything. Now, who you think you are? You still want to argue with everybody. Nobody can't tell you. So God said, see? He said, who can I present you to? And the devil has so infiltrated us with so much dysfunction from our past that we integrated in our so-called salvation. And God keeps saying, excuse me, vinegar and oil don't mix. I didn't put that in you. And God said, you still not prepared. Even though you say, I'm single. See, but you didn't learn from your singleness. Single time is when you're supposed to be learning you. You're supposed to be taking your best assessment of you when you are single and don't have to answer to nobody and not under somebody else's influences. Their text messages, their email that you got to answer to that. Hello, Valentine's can come and go, and I don't have to buy a single gift if I didn't want to. Hello,
Hello.
y'all man, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I got two punks. You a punk. I ain't no punk. I ain't gonna beat you anymore. Them punks now. Don't get me no hell. Watch out now. But singleness is a time that I'm supposed to work on me. And God's supposed to get me ready. And that's surprising why so many marriages are just destroyed. The divorce rate is 50% right now. Half the people, 1 out of 2 every marriage just want to get married, get divorced. Why? And I'm talking about the church rate. I'm not talking about the world's rate in the church. And so I asked God, why is that? He said, because right there. Because they in love with the ideal of marriage without putting in the preparation work that's needed. Hello. Wow.
That's it.
I want to be married. You wanted to be married so badly, but yet and still you didn't want to do and prepare what it's going to take because to be married. And see, one thing about it, and you got married, but you didn't know how to sustain it. And because when the fantasy of marriage wears off, now you got something called reality of work. Hello. But the problem is because you had single person issues and you bring in 2 single person issues, don't you know all the marriage is going to do is expose your single personal issues that you never got delivered from? And you wonder why I can't stand people in my space. That was a single person issue before you should have got resolved before you call yourself going to join your life with somebody. Ooh, did I? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, ain't nobody,
Preaching.
ain't nobody talking to me. But because I never learned the value of my single person deliverance, I thought a person marrying somebody would resolve that. It solved my so-called lonely issues. Ain't that sad? Did you know if you had lonely person issue being single, you're gonna be lonely with somebody? Oh my God. Because you will shut people out and you go within yourself and you be having conversations under your breath about them that they wish they ever known they would have been left. You sitting here now, you contemplate how much longer can I take this? I don't know. I can't take much more of this. And now you got an exit plan, getting an exit plan. Why? Because you sitting here was lonely. And see, first of all, is no once I get together with you, it's no longer I, it's a we. And see, I never learned how to think for we because it was always about me. And I had a single person lonely person issue. So that's the only person I can trust was myself. And I thought about and that caused me being suspicious, caused me going through your phone, caused me sitting there going through your emails, looking for something. Just got to be looking for something. Hello. See, when you see people like that, they done that. Because people will judge you by themselves. They look at you from their tainted point of view. And if you always been in charge, I know man gonna tell me what to do, and that's why you're gonna stay single the rest of your life. It's not about a person telling you what to do, or bossing you what to do, but you can't write this down. The law of marriage, you can't get your way all the time. That's the law of life. I want to be married. You in love with the ideal of marriage, but don't know what it all entails and the work that it entails. Because if you really wanted to get married, you could have said, Lord, prepare me now for my marriage then. Lord, I pray for him now. I pray for her right now. And I pray, Lord, that every scar that was caused by somebody else, every damage that was done to that person before I got there, by the time I get there, Lord, have them healed without scars. Have them to see you praying for who you gonna be with. But you can't pray for nobody because you don't even pray for yourself. So how can you pray for what you want to happen? How can you pray for a mate? Because first of all, if you can't get up in the midnight hour and pray for your man or you pray for your wife, hello, when they not there, then God said, I can't trust you with nobody because you can't what? You can't have their back or cover them. And some of you strong opinion ladies are uncoverable because you feel that it's not nobody gonna tell me what to do. Listen here, baby, it's not a matter about me trying to boss your janky self. I'm just trying to help you build something with you. Hello. Now, ooh, don't get me going. And ladies, don't. No, I bet not. He said, dude, David, tell him. Ladies, oh, they mad at me already. I'm just that guy. God help us, help us.
Help. It's here.
What you got to say, Russ? Let's take an intermission. Let's see what Russell got to say. What you got to say, Russ?
Man, just the reality of it is, I'm either going to face the fear of letting God deliver me and just allow myself to get free, or I'm going to stay and it's going to get worse.
See, the key thing about it, a lot of people think it's like, okay, if I get married, things will get better. How are things going to get better when you didn't prepare for better? And you bringing worse into a relationship. When you bringing bad into a relationship, you bringing dysfunction into the relationship. The lack of trust, because what Johnny and Billy and Bobby and Mike did to you back then, hello, you got trust issues, and you want to go into a covenant partnership with a lifetime covenant partnership with somebody else. Hello, and you an insecure man with insecurity problems, and now you're going to take it out with a domineering jealousy. Instead of having a companion, you want your wife as your property. Now you want to keep her under the thumb of your cone because you insecure. Because you don't like you, and you think she might find somebody better than you because you don't see yourself as very much. And because you don't have a self-esteem, you don't have no value of yourself. You don't see your self-worth. Hello. And because I don't value myself and I don't think sometimes very good of myself, then I think you be looking at somebody and find them better than me because I found myself comparing myself to other people and I didn't like my comparison. And then I figured she can go find somebody in there. Then you start acting jealousy. That's what all jealousy is. Insecurity that I'm acting out on another individual to put them in the bondage of that I am now lived in, called the prison of jealousy of insecurity. So I'm making them again and again try to reaffirm and to convince me that they ain't cheating and that they won't find somebody better than me.
That's it.
With your insecure, dysfunctional self.
That's it. Lying to yourself.
I got two people, both male and female. I go through ways. But let me holler at you. Ready? Can I tell a man and man?
Yes.
This is the last part of this, and I'm gonna let this go, okay? Because this is too real for some people. Hello? What Tupac say? Pastor, don't what?
Don't stop now. Let it flow.
Okay. Tupac, my partner, told me I can do that. Now look.
Mhm.
Hello? How can dysfunction turn into normalcy?
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
See, if you was in a relationship, had all that craziness going on, you cats and dogs arguing, fussing, and fighting, man. The only thing y'all did, and excuse me, the most damaging thing that could ever happen to a marriage is called makeup sex. Ooh, wait! Stop, Pastor David. I bet that by over this. Just shut up. Hey! What did you say, Pastor David? The most damaging thing that can happen to a marriage is makeup sex. And I remember when I was teaching this so long ago, and God brought that down. It was a conference that we did. I was a speaker on a women's conference a while back. And we was way up in the mountains up there. I remember that when we was up there. And this is one of the things that God had me broke down like this. He said, "What did you just say, Pastor?" You want to know why?
Why?
What did she say?
I said it's kind of
kinda
late
late
now.
now.
But why?
It's too late.
No, it ain't
Well,
too late.
Pepper said it's too late, so we have to get off of here. Pepper said it was too late. So.
No, I'm just saying, for me, that it's kind of late, but
You
need to know
need
this
to be
number.
asleep by now. You're
No,
trying to say it's too late.
that's not what I'm saying. That's
The hour is too late.
No, we're not talking about the hour.
Oh,
I'm
what were you
saying-
talking
I'm
about?
talking about this subject right here.
Oh,
All I'm saying,
first. Because you divorced. All right, I got you.
We needed a long time ago.
You needed this long time. Oh,
that's
okay.
all. That's all. We need to hear it.
Well, Jade said she needed to hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Since she peeled potatoes good for us at the Grand Prix, I have to help her out. Well, let me holler at you. If this one pertains, you don't have to listen to it, okay? It doesn't have to be marriage. It can be a relationship. The makeup set. Okay, let me holler at you. Ready? Now, there was this woman named Jasmine Letourneau, and she had this big, long toe. And I was saying, Jasmine, what you going to do with that long toe? She said, well, my toe is nosy. My toe is a nuisance. My toe is a terrorist. My toe is just tormenting. My toe is just bad. I said, wow. And toe is, she said, and ultimately my toe is inappropriate.
Yeah, it is.
The end. Amen. Oh my God. Okay. Now here it comes. Ready? Okay. I'll just inside because it was so intense. I had to lighten the load before I dropped it on you. Because some of y'all minds were just, what? So I calmed you down a little bit. Now I'm ready to drop it on you. Ready?
Yes.
Now here we go. Ready? Because there was an issue. Obviously, there was an argument, something, there was a problem somewhere. Right?
Right.
And when there's a problem of that magnitude, there was a fight or disagreement, and things didn't go well, and you fussing at each other and you cussing at each other, and you upset with them and they upset with you. Okay, rather than they let time go by, and rather than hashing it out, making sure we come to the a solution for the matter, we try to solve it with sex. And sex was what you call a temporary band-aid that you put on the flesh wound. And one thing about it, because why? Because feeling the flesh involved, the good feeling of others say, oh, okay, and that might okay, then we went to sleep and that was it. But the problem never got resolved. He snoring, you snoring and passing gas, like Beppo, and whatever the case is, y'all doing that, and you wake up like, hey, like, no, but you can act like things better, so you can like, okay, it's not as intense as it was, but the problem still exists, and then guess what? It pops up again later because it never got addressed, and now the Band-Aid then came off because I put a covering on the wound. I never got the wound never got the attention it needed. It never got addressed. It never got antibiotics on it. So now the wound that was just a wound, flesh wound, is now infected. And I kept putting Band-Aids over with sickness, but the issues never get resolved. Ooh, we have good sex, but we still got a problem. When we leave the bedroom, we still had a problem. And we still had a problem. Ooh, my goodness. We put a den in the bed. Hey, ooh, my goodness, girl. Ooh, she swung on the pole all night. Did a trampoline act, triple 12 backflip, came and landed with a perfect landing. Hey, but we still got a problem. And you wondered why, even though you guys had great sex, you guys are still, you're not together no more. And then eventually unresolved, like I said, the wound got infected and the wound got worse and the wound got worse and the wound until it eventually had to be cut off. The relationship had to be cut off. It was unbearable because why? Why one day? Wait a minute. We getting it in, girl. He sure know what he doing, girl. They called him. They called him that. He got one of them Chinese. I didn't know I'm dating a Chinaman. I said, what you mean, a Chinaman? This is what we learned from Cynthia Condon. Right? I'm dating a Chinaman. I said, Chinaman? Yeah, Lord. I said, what'd you say? And you got a Chinaman. I said, why they call him Chinaman? Oh, because he hung low. I said, oh, Lord, you better knock it off. But even though he was hung low, you couldn't stay with him.
That's right.
Hold on. And what was that name that DA down south called herself? The grabber, the gripper, or something, whatever her name was?
It was the gripper.
The gripper. But even though she had a gripper, he still couldn't stay with her. Think about it. And this is what God was saying. But when I have to address the issue, see, we never address the issue. And it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse until one of us had to go. What Pat say?
Sure enough.
No. Think about it right now. And there was nothing worse emotionally to you. And now you have totally mixed emotion. You're not even being fair to yourself. You're not even being honest to yourself. Somebody that you're angry at, but you letting them do push-ups on top of you right now. or got somebody got you bent over and you can't stand, and you getting, and eventually you end up resenting that person while you yet having sex with that person. You said you wanted to hear it, so here it is. I don't sugarcoat it on here. None of y'all, huh? Go on. Go on, get it over. And they don't care. We go, okay, we gonna get it on too. I heard, I know, but I mean, I'll tease somebody in here to my left, but I ain't said no name. But hey, ask yourself, how can I be? And that's how you got emotionally dead on the inside. That's how you emotionally got drained. That's how you became the ice queen or the ice king, and you became sex. You just, and you allow somebody to satisfy themselves on your body that right now you still mad at. That's not even being honest with yourself. You're not being fair with yourself. And the last and third part, you're not in tune with your own self. So you begin to disconnect who you really are from your body. Then you become so disconnected and dysfunctional that you can do an act and not be present. Hello? Don't start me. Don't start. I told you. You said you wanted to go here. You said you wanted to go here. And even though Babyface don't even speak to her pastor. Think about it. Is that being fair to yourself? Is that being fair to the relationship? And you come out of all that dysfunction and you say, the Lord, I'm ready to marry somebody. But all that damage, all that emotional scar, you ain't even in touch with yourself. You even reconnect from yourself. Because you've been so disconnected for how many years, for how many months, how many times? You lost intimacy. And when you try to be intimate, it can't last you because why? You had disconnected yourself. And then now here come grown folks. I'm giving it to you 150 now. Because now you're just doing it for a need, a physical need, you getting your orgasm rather than your emotional need fulfillment of feeling love. Hello. Pow, at least I got mine. Let me hear you get mine. Go on, get yours. I'm going to get mine. Now let's go to sleep. Hello. But what about the problem? The problem is sitting there like a big elephant in the room. I'm still here. Yeah. Scoot out the way. Problem so I can go in the bathroom. Problem, shoot. Get move out the way. Problem so I'm trying to brush my teeth. Hello. The problem is still there. Well, I guess nobody know what pastor's talking about, I guess. Huh? See how that wasn't fair to the marriage? The marriage wasn't getting healthier. It was getting worse.
That's right.
Because the problems between us are never getting addressed.
That's real.
Why nobody want to talk to me? And you wonder how he end up in divorce. See, you learn the patterns. He don't even want to touch me no more because that's all you were using to keep him there with. How many arguments you let get away, and then because the arguments and the problems that you guys never resolve, create what you call distance between you two now.
That's right.
Hello. And see what you You ain't the man I married. You ain't the woman I married. Of course not. How old then and how old I am now? Of course, as I get older, I change and I adjust. How you can't expect to be the person you fell in love with as a high school sweetheart to be the same person at 50? So you have to know why you marrying that person based more on just the sex you were having than I want to be able to have sex. Because sex can't sustain a marriage. Because it's all about sex. The other partner eventually going to find sex somewhere else, since that was all he was trained to be after. Ooh, God. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. Hello? I know I'm teaching.
Yes, you are.
But don't ask for something real that your little feelings can't handle.
That's real right there.
See, you need to, somebody should have been teaching having these real conversations with you before you call yourself, I'm ready to see. That's what I'm saying. Don't ask me to marriage counsel you, because I'm going to ask you these tough kind of questions. I'm going to definitely ask you these tough kind of questions. And you better have a right answer until you call yourself going to get together with somebody. If not, hey. Tupac mom. What Tupac say?
Yes, you are.
Uh-huh.
And sex can't sustain a marriage.
It can't.
Mm-mm.
Or a relationship. So, ladies, okay. I'm sorry. P.S. You know, P.S. Okay. Let me sign off. P.S. though. P.S. Last year, I'm gonna shoot this shot, and I'm just gonna get off here, because now some of y'all gonna want to throw something at the screen. Y'all about to go buck crazy when you hear this. But I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get off here real quick. Okay. Woo. And here, tell him here. Oh God. Oh, God. I'm a duck. Let me duck at a band. Okay. Let me see. I'm practicing ducking. Let me see. Duck. Let me see. Let me come off the screen. But duck. Okay. Cause they about to throw something at the screen. Watch. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Cuz.
Yes.
Okay. I can tell them cuz.
Yes.
All right. Let me take a deep breath. Let me get my mouth right. Like I'm talking about sugar mouth. Hold on. For all you women who weaponized your sex, it backfired on you. And when you made it about controlling them with the sex, then you got mad. That's all he wanted. And then he wanted it and didn't want you. He didn't care how you felt long as he was getting it. And then now you have to compete against your own body. You competing against your own sex. They ain't even paying no attention to me. All they want is it. But you are the one that weaponized it. And when you sold that weapon and you wonder why they got hooked on the weapon, and that's all we have, and that's all they want. And they will want it over you. You can be crying, they won't care. As long as I'm getting it, I'm getting mine. Hello, man. No, you're gonna win it. Quit. That's all you want to do. You know? That's all, because that's all you used to hook me. That's all you gave me in the beginning. You gave me all that in the beginning. You never made me date you. You never made me learn you. You never made me appreciate you. So you gave me this sex so quick, and that's all you kept giving me. So how can you get mad at me if that's all I ever know about you?
That's tough.
Click, click, boom. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Mhm.
I know they went crazy on me on that one.
Mhm.
Punk. I told you I better duck.
True.
Huh?
You told the truth.
That's real.
What Tupac say?
She said, teach. Mhm.
Well,
That's a word.
what y'all saying? What
Pat
baby
said,
face say?
she said, you teaching.
Uh-huh.
Cherie dropped some firebombs.
I tried to check.
Pat said, teach, click, click, boom.
Uh-huh. Great. Hello?
Hello.
I'm done.
They stuck.
Who?
I said they stuck. Where's the delay one?
I mean, they quiet
They stuck or is it delay?
or something. Huh?
Jay said that was good information.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a delay.
It might be a delay, you think?
I think it's a delay. 'Cause
We pray that delay because they be like,
Pick your mouth.
punk. I told you they,
Pick your mouth.
I told you they was throwing stuff at it.
Oh, Jesus.
I told you they throwing stuff at me.
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
Ooh. Anybody else on here?
Pat says, sounds like that round table earlier this year.
Sounds like the round table. Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. Well,
Mhm.
anybody else here, I guess. They stuck on that there. Ain't that big of a delay.
Stuck.
Yeah,
Guess they stuck.
they stuck. They don't know what to say.
Amen. I'll leave y'all alone. I'll leave y'all alone.
We can get over it.
Ooh, that's up.